session. This is Sweta Roy, your English Master Teacher at Vedantu. Hope all of you are doing well. And today we have come up with a very beautiful poem, The Bangle Sellers, by one of my favorite poets, that is Sarojini Naidu. Alright, so this poem is going to be super amazing, and this session is also going to be super exciting, guys. So please put down in the chat box a big high five so that we can quickly start off with the session. Alright, so I will be beginning with the word of the day given by you people, of course, and that is analogy. The word is analogy. It is a noun. Yes, it means a comparison between one thing. Now, this is a very important word, guys, not just for your vocabulary, but also it's a kind of poetic device, right? So, thank you so much for suggesting this word. It is a comparison between one thing and another, typically for the purpose of explanation. Yes, thank you so much. And I think I use this word a lot of times when I actually take your sessions, right? So an analogy between the workings of nature and those of human species, that is the usage. Thank you so much, and keep suggesting your amazing words, guys. Also, the homework answer given by Jyotsna Singh. Thank you so much for posting your answer in the comment section. But what I saw was very few of you had posted your comments for the homework answer. Most of you had posted for the word of the day, but you haven't written the homework answer, guys. Please post the homework answers. That is for your own practice, right? So thank you, Jyotsna, for your wonderful answer. And guys, I would really want all of you to read through the comment section and also post your own comments, because you get a lot of ideas from your friends, and that could help you in constructing your own beautiful answers, right? So please post your answers and also read the answers of others. Okay, so guys, before starting off with the session for today, I would like to have a quick recap for the previous session, and that recap would be in terms of very entertaining game, a very interactive game, that is rapid fire. Okay, so guys, everyone should be very active. So quickly let me know whether you are excited for the rapid fire game. Give me a quick yes in the chat box, those of you who are ready for starting the rapid fire game. Come on people, type yes in the chat box, give me a thumbs up, show some josh. Come on people, are we ready to see the very first question? I want the answers very quickly, guys. It is a rapid fire round, okay? So here you go with the very first question from our previous session, the previous poem, The Cold Within. The poem, The Cold Within, is written in the background of which movement? Civil rights movement, World War II, or both? Come on, people. Answers quickly in the chat box. Everyone should post the answers in the chat box. Okay, let's check. It is civil rights movement. When I was discussing about the background of the poem, I had also mentioned this, right? In case you haven't gone through the video, please go through the video. Okay, this was already discussed in the first session of The Cold Within. Okay, next question. Are we ready? Are we ready, guys? Are we ready for the next question? Okay, chalo. Here you go with the next question. Who is the victim according to the poet? The black man, the poor man, both, or the rich man? Come on people, who is the victim? We had discussed this again in both the videos, one shot as well as the explanation and background. Come on people, answers quickly, rapid fire round. Okay, the answer is the black man. So how many of you have got both the answers correct for the rapid fire round? Give me a quick high five. Come on everyone, give me a quick high five. Chalo, now we will move towards the session today. Before entering into the session, again I would be playing a game with you. And this game is, you have to, I will be showing you a picture and you have to instantaneously tell me those words. Okay, tell me those words which you think of when you see that picture. Okay, before moving ahead, before starting that game, a quick introduction about the poet. You know, Sarojini Naidu is the poet for this poem, and you also must be already aware that she played a very important role, a significant role in the Indian national movement, right? So she is also an Indian politician, political activist, and a poet, and also a proponent of civil rights, women's emancipation. She was a feminist. Okay, so she also was a great advocate of women's emancipation. Emancipation means freedom. Okay, so she spoke about women's rights and anti-imperialist ideas. So she was also fighting towards, she was definitely a prominent figure in the Indian struggle for freedom, right? And she is given the sobriquet of Nightingale of India. She was also awarded the Kesari Hind Medal by the British government when she worked during the plague epidemic in India. So for her work during the plague epidemic, just now, just like we have this pandemic going on right now, similarly during her times there was the plague which was going on, right? So during that time she worked greatly, and she was also recognized, awarded for her work by the Kesari Hind Medal, right? But she returned that medal as a protest to, protest due to the 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre. You all must be already aware of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So, as a protest of that, as a protest to that, she had returned her Kesari Hind Award. Alright guys, now this is the picture, and quickly tell me what comes in your mind when you think of the picture below. And I'll keep on writing those words. Come on people, come on. What is this? Of course, the first word that you will think of is bangles, right? So the moment you see this, you will understand these are bangles, right? Anything else? Colorful, right? Colorful also comes in your mind. What else? Female, because females wear this. So girls or women, maybe women, right? Or maybe girls, or so mostly these are all same. And what else? What else? Maybe Indian. Usually we wear these bangles are usually worn by Indians, right? And what else? Maybe festival or any important occasion. Usually what do, and of course, you know, they are used as jewelry, right? So what else? So adornment, women use bangles to adorn themselves, so this is worn as a jewelry. Anything else which comes in your mind? So these are the most prominent words that come in our mind when we see this figure, right? So when we will go through this poem, guys, we have to keep in our mind all of these words, because these words would be the key words, which would, it would form the key concepts in this particular poem. Okay, so gradually let us move towards the poem. Okay, so guys, preface to the poem. It was published in the year 1912 by Sarojini Naidu, and it belongs to the third section in her collected poems called The Bird of Time. Please note all of these details, because in the next session I would be bringing to you the rapid fire round. There you may be asked these questions. Okay, so please note, and of course this is important. If you could present these details in your answers, then of course this is an added advantage for you people. Okay, now the pageantry of Indian life fascinated her. So I told you Indian is the word that also comes to be associated with the image of the bangles, right? And she sings of it with zest. So definitely she was a very prominent figure in the Indian struggle for freedom. So she would definitely talk about the Indian culture, because people at that point of time were very, they were forgetting about the Indian values, the Indian culture. So in order to remind them about the Indian values, the Indian culture, she was speaking or singing with zest about Indian life. Indian customs, traditions, festivals, celebrations. I mentioned festivals in the image also, right? Men and women, fairs and feasts are abundant in her poetry. So if you see, Bangle Sellers, if you see the Palanquin Bearers and other poems of Sarojini Naidu, we will see this common theme, right? Indian customs, tradition, fairs. Here also we will come across, the temple fair, okay, where the bangle sellers are selling their items. It is a poem of 4 stanzas of 6 lines each. How many stanzas do we have? 4 stanzas. And each stanza has 6 lines. This is a perfect epitome of a typical Indian scene. So when we are looking at this poem, we will look at this poem from 2 contexts. One is definitely this talks about the Indian tradition. So that is one. And the second, Indian tradition and values and culture, definitely, right? And the second one is, since these bangles are worn by females, so she talks eloquently about the females, the life of a woman, okay? So we will be looking at this poem also from the feminist point of view. Okay, feminist point of view, right? This is very, very important, guys. Please note. And this is a very beautiful poem. Beautifully, she speaks so much and in such a beautiful language, right? So let us, and in such a subtle way, right? So let's begin with the poem. Let's begin with the line by line explanation of the poem. Okay, so stanza 1, please read it aloud along with me. Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light? Lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. Let us quickly have a look at the explanation part. The poem begins with the speakers introducing themselves as bangle sellers. So who's the speaker? The bangle seller is the speaker, right? The bangle sellers, okay, are the speakers, right, who sell their articles at the temple fair. They call out to people to buy their bangles. These hawkers, they describe their bangles as delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light. And what are they doing? They are, if you have visited a village fair, you must have seen, various hawkers selling attractive items and trying to lure their customers. So that is what they are also doing. So they are advertising by questioning who will buy these bangles for their daughters and wives. All right, guys. Now it is important to note here that though the speakers are several, I told you that the bangle sellers are the speakers. Sometimes you can get a question, who are the speaker, or who is or are the speaker? So you have to say that the speakers are the bangle sellers. And at that point of time, you can also mention this fact that the speakers of the poem are several, but it appears that there is a single speaker. Why? It is due to the fact that they all have the same purpose, right? So therefore, they are seen singularly as a class essence. All right, guys. So if you write these, the complete information, you will get an added advantage. You will make a difference in your answer. Okay. Also, the bangles are here called lustrous tokens of radiant lives. Now, what does this mean? You can be asked to explain this lustrous token. That means it shows us the Indianness of the poem. I told you we have to keep this point in mind. First of all, the females or the feminist angle, and the second one is the Indianness, where bangles are bought on special occasions, right? When I was discussing the picture, I told you that, and it is associated with happiness and prosperity. All right, guys. So, radiant lives, shining lives, lustrous tokens of radiant lives. So, radiant means bright and lustrous is shining. Okay. Bear is move while holding up or supporting some load. These two word meanings are very, very important. Now, coming to the poetic devices for the very first stanza, guys. Rainbow tinted circles of light. So, when you would be asked to explain, you have to also talk about the poetic device of metaphor. So, rainbow and the bangles are circles, right? And they are colorful. Okay, so that is why they are compared with the rainbow, because rainbow is also colorful. So that is how the poet has compared the bangles, the colorful bangles, round and colorful bangles, with the colorful rainbow. All right, guys. So that is the very first stanza. I hope you people enjoyed. Okay, and now be prepared for the question. Okay, here we go. Here we go with the very first question. I want the answers from each one of you. According to Bangle Sellers, According to the Bangle Sellers, what do bangles indicate? The Indian culture, the love for nature, bangles are tokens of radiant lives, joy, the joy of colors. Come on. According to the Bangle Sellers, okay? Please note, according to the Bangle Sellers, as we have read in the stanza. Please give me your answers in the chat box quickly. Okay, yes, the answer is bangles are tokens of radiant lives. According to the Bangle Seller, the Indian culture, this is the representation. This is what the reader is making out. Okay, this is the reader's interpretation. But the question was, according to the Bangle Sellers, what do the bangles indicate? So the answer would be the token of radiant lives. How many of you have got this correct? Give me a quick high five in the chat box. Okay, chalo. Are we ready to move further? You are enjoying the poem, right? And now the next stanza is even more beautiful. Let us see what it says. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. So what's the poet saying? From the second stanza onwards, the poet starts to talk about the bangles, the different bangles, and how these bangles are suited for a maiden's wrist. Okay, so first of all, who is a maiden? A young unmarried woman. So along with the different colors of bangles, the poet will also gradually talk about the entire life cycle of a woman, all the stages of the women of a woman, that a woman has to pass through in her life, has been talked about very beautifully with the help of the bangles in this particular poem. Okay, and that makes the poem a female oriented poem, right? They are silver and blue in color, and they are compared with the mountain mist. Okay, so mountain mist is also that color, silver and blue. Some of them are flushed. Flushed is pink and light red in color, and that is compared to the flower buds growing beside a woodland stream. Okay, and others are green and glowing like the transparent beauty of newborn leaves. So if you have seen the newborn leaves, they are so green in color. They are absolutely green, and they shine, they glow. So those bangles which are green in color are compared with those newborn leaves. In Indian society, bangles have an important cultural and religious place. Different colored bangles are worn by women in different stages of life. I told you that the poet is talking about the different stages that a woman has to pass through. Blue, silver, and green are worn usually by the young maiden. So, how beautifully the poet has presented this reality of women at the same time. It is interested to note that the poet uses the words like flushed like the birds that dream. Now, many a times you will get this in your question paper, the explanation of this particular line, flushed like the birds that dream. Why birds? Because the maidens are chaste, they are virgins, right? They are not married yet, they are chaste. So, just as the buds that are about to bloom. Okay, so buds that dreams. Why dreams? Because they are dreaming of their marriage, right? So that is the common phenomena of a maiden. The maidens have their dreams of marriage. Every girl will have this dream, right? And also the maidens are chaste, so therefore they are representing the buds that dreams. Now this buds that dreams is a very very important phrase. You could be asked to explain this in your examination, so please point out all of these points, right? So this is definitely presenting to us very in a very vivid manner the picture or the image of young girls dreaming of marriage. Don't you think so? Isn't it presenting in your mind, in your vision, the image of young girls dreaming of their marriage? In this stanza, the poet presents the stage of youth. So I told you the poet will present different stages of life of a woman. So here, this is the presentation of the stage of youth, the stage of maidenhood. Okay, vocabulary time, guys. We have to enhance our vocabulary. So the words that is the words that are important are neat, which means suited. Mist is thin fog. Okay, the color of thin fog is, blue and purple. So that is what the bangles are compared with. Maiden, I have already told you. Flushed is a rosy color, a light pinkish red color. Okay, tranquil is free from disturbance. That is very peaceful. Okay, tranquil is peaceful. And cleaves is separate. Okay, uh, limpid is transparent. Okay, transparent. Please note the word meanings. And now coming to the poetic devices, alliteration, meet for a maiden. So repetition of the consonant sound, mm. Simile, we have a lot of simile, as, like. These are the indicators of similes. And we have symbolism or imagery in this particular phrase, newborn leaf. So instantly in your mind you get an image of the newborn leaves, right? Yes. Okay, chalo guys, come on, let's move ahead with the next stanza. But before that, there's a question for you people. The misty silver and blue bangle symbolizes what? Okay, a maiden's dream of marriage, a middle-aged woman's dreams about family, an old-aged woman's memories about her early life, a bangle seller's dream about life. Come on, very, very simple question, guys. Everyone should give the answer in the chat box. Come on, please post your answers in the chat box. Okay, let's have a look quickly. It is a maiden's dream of marriage. Very, very, very simple. Okay, chalo, next. Next stanza. Are we prepared for the third stanza? Two more stanzas to go, guys. Are we prepared for the third one? Let's see what stage the author talks about, the poet talks about in the third stanza. Okay, before starting off with the third stanza, if you people are enjoying the session and want to join us further, gaining 100% knowledge and score 100% marks, what you need to do is you need to visit the link quickly in the description box and pin comment. And we are ensuring Vedantu improvement promise for all of you. You get unlimited live classes with fun and high-level quiz questions. You can also compete with the students throughout the world. And even the replays that you are watching will be absolutely live. You can participate in the live quiz there along with the leaderboards. You can have the premium downloadable content. I will show you how to download the content. And we will have class teachers in every session solving all the doubts that you can have. At the end, we will give you assignment solving which will help you understand how much you have understood the concept. Plus, you have quality tests. We will give you the performance report of those tests. Plus, we have lots and lots of micro courses and crash courses which are absolutely free. Currently, I am also taking micro courses, so you can definitely join my micro courses if you want, right? And guys, we have also started with the Communicative English Club, which is taking care of your spoken English at the same time. So if you think that you are weak in speaking the language, you want to improve on speaking the language, you can also join in that Communicative English Club, which is which is aimed to give you an overall personality development class, okay, which is going to boost your confidence up in the spoken language. So this is micro courses are chapter wise courses where we are handling long term batches. Micro courses, these are all handling the academic part, and the various clubs that we have launched that is going to take care or take into account your all-round development, and the communicative part is handled by the Communicative English, and I am handling that club, right? So you can join that also, and I will show you all. I'll take you to the platform and show you the sessions, and it's really great. Less is more, guys. And talking about the price, let me tell you, there are three plans: light, classic, and plus. You will get all these 4 features for all these plans: live interactive classes, test series analysis, assignments, notes, doubt solving during the class. All of these are there in all the plans. Especially for the classic, we have the doubt solving app, and for the plus, we have the personal mentor. So this is something which is very, very, very beneficial for you people. You can try each course even for a month. All right. And guys, micro courses are absolutely free. Crash courses are absolutely free. The clubs that you can enroll into, they are also absolutely free. You do not have to pay anything extra. Plus, we are ensuring Vedantu promise, Vedantu improvement promise, where we will return your fees if you think that you are not progressing. All right, guys. So we believe that if it can be measured, it can be improved. So what do we need from you people? A minimum of 75% of completion of the assigned tests and a minimum of 75% of the attendance. And if you still do not progress, guys, Vedantu is going to return your fees back. That is our promise, guys. What, and these are the back starting dates. All right, CBSE, ICSE, Maharashtra. You can note your own batch starting date, and now I will be showing you the how to join the platform. Okay, let me quickly show you. So here is that. Let me go full screen. Okay, so see, this is the session. Let's say, okay, if you have not watched the session, please do watch it. Okay, so let's check pro subscription. Okay, here is the link. You have to click on this link. All right, guys, these are the 3 plans. Okay, and I have already explained all of these plans, right? So you can join. You can just note your plan. You can what you need to do is you just need to choose your plan. Okay, and join the courses. Okay, so now let me show you the platform. So let's say this is one session, new reading hacks. Okay, let me show you the replay of this particular session. This was my long-term batch. So you can see we have so many quiz questions. Every session is going to have quiz questions, guys. 145 doubts asked and 145 doubts solved with the help of our class teachers, right? So this is going to be very, very interactive session, and I'll show you the club session, guys, which you can also join. That is absolutely for free. Let me show you one. Okay, so this is how it takes place. So here also you can see, there are 478 doubts asked and 475 solved. 4 were broadcasted. All right, guys, so they were solved through communication, and I will show you a bit of the replay. So this was a very enjoyable. This is a very, very enjoyable activity with the students, getting unmuted and they participating in the speaking activity. So this is really, really going to help you a lot, and I will show you how you can download the notes. So get notes, just select on get notes and you can download all the notes. See, all the notes are available. Even the teacher's handwritten notes would be available to you people. Okay, everything would be available. Okay, guys, so this is going to be really helpful for all of you, so don't forget to join the course. Now I will be coming back to the session. Okay, so this is the coupon code, guys, SWREPRO, which is going to give you a complete 10% discount. Coming back to stanza 3. Let us read through stanza 3. Some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. Some, like the flame of her marriage fire, are rich with the hue of her heart's desire. Twinkling, luminous, tender, and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. Now, this line is very, very important, comes a lot of time in your exam. Okay, let us go through the explanation. Now, some of their bangles are yellow, and what are they compared with? Fields of sunlit corn. And these are they are perfectly suitable for a bride on her bridal morn. Some bangles are red, bright red. What are they representing? the flame of a newly turned bride's marriage fire. That is the passion of her newly made relation. Okay. The red bangles also stand for her heart's desire. Now she has a lot of desires. Right now she has got married and she has a lot of desires. So very common, right? And the bangles are tinkling, luminous, tender, and clear, expressing both her joy and tear. Why is she happy? Happy for starting a new life. Why is she sad? She has left her parents behind. So this is a very common tradition. So again, it is reminding us of the Indian tradition of marriage, right? What are the words that remind us of Indian tradition of marriage? First of all, marriage fire. Only the Indians, they go around the fire, right, during marriage. So this marriage fire definitely is reminding of the Indian tradition and values that the people were at that time forgetting. And also this one, and also the sorrow of leaving her parents behind is also pointing out towards the patriarchal setup of the society, where the female has to leave the parents in order to go to a different house and settle there, right? So that is also reminding us of the patriarchal setup of the society. And we will see this patriarchy growing even more in the final stanza of the poem. So you can see how subtly she has expressed her view on she cannot, because see, she was writing at a time when women had a lot of restrictions, right? They could not openly come up with their arguments. They were not allowed to do so, but still she is expressing her opinion in a very covered language, in a beautiful manner, right? So don't you find it very, very interesting? Now let us talk about okay, now first of all, guys, the bridal laughter and bridal tears, it comes a lot of times in your, it appears a lot of times in your syllabus, sorry, in your exam paper. So please do have a clear conception about this. These words convey the whole of a woman's transition in life from a maiden to a wife, and all the emotions attached in a single line. How beautifully, in a single line, she is talking about the various emotions that the woman has to face when she is leaving her family. So she is happy because she is going to start a new life, but at the same time, she is having a mixed feeling, right? She's having this sorrow because she has left her paternal house. Okay, so this stanza marks the transition of life from of a woman from a maiden, from being a maiden to being a wife, to being a married woman. All right, guys. Vocabulary: morn is morning, hue is color, tinkling is ringing sound, and luminous is bright. Now, poetic device, lots and lots of similes used, like, okay. Alliteration: hue, her, heart. So, H sound repeated. And simile again. I hope you are clear with the poetic devices and you are ready for the questions related to this particular topic, this particular stanza. Are we ready, guys? So, here we go. Okay, after stanza 4, we will have the question. Sorry. After stanza 4. So let's complete the poem because stanza 4 is even more interesting and we have a very, very interesting conclusion. Some are purple and gold flecked grey, for she who had journeyed through her life midway. Now, this is talking about the woman who has journeyed through her life and she is now in her middle age. She's a matron now, okay, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed and cradled fair sons. Very, very important point to note, on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. Very, very important. I told you at the end we will see that the poet is talking about a patriarchal setup of the society. Okay, so she is expressing her opinion on the she's not exactly expressing her opinion, but she is showing us the presenting to us the patriarchal setup of the society in a very, very, very subtle manner, right? So she is talking about the bangles which are purple and gold flecked gray, and these bangles are suitable for which women who has journeyed through her life. That means the matrons who had already covered their half of their life. So they are the middle-aged women. They are for her who has raised her children well and has remained faithful to her husband and family. This is the very popular and the stereotypical notion regarding a woman. A woman is considered a good woman if and only if she is faithful to her husband and family, and she has son, and she worships the god at her husband's side, right? And she has maintained her household with pride. Who is a proud woman? A proud woman is the woman who has maintained her household, who has been faithful to her husband. So this is the very, very, very stereotypical idea of a womanhood, of a woman, right? And this has been presented very subtly with the help of this particular stanza by the poet, right? So the poet writes down what she perceives as the quality. It is not what she perceives basically, it is actually what the society perceives. So she is writing the point of view of she's writing from the point of view of the society, okay, as the qualities of good women. Such a woman is truly deserving of the purple and the gray bangles. Here we should also pay attention to the word sun used to mean of spring. Why? Because one, it could be a happy coincidence, of course, but it could also suggest the ingrained attitude of the male preference in the society of Naidu's times, right? So here also, this is also something which is ingrained in the people's mind even now, that a woman should cater to her family. She should be, faithful to her to her husband, to always be by her husband's side, okay, and she should have a son, right? And she should always think about nurturing the son, nurturing the entire family, right? So that is still there somehow in the society, and that woman is the proud woman, that woman is the good woman, okay. So guys, that was all about the poem, and therefore we see that this Bangle Seller is a celebration of female life, because it talks about the stages of women, okay, various stages of a woman's life, and also it talks about the Indian culture and the role of the Bangle Sellers in the traditional setup. So when we are looking at the poem, guys, we will be looking at the poem from 2 points of view. One is the Indian culture, the role of Bangle Sellers in the traditional setup, and also from a feminist or a female point of view. Alright guys, so this is the vocabulary. Flecked is having a pattern of dots, and blessed over here means blessed, BLESSED. Here is your question, the final question guys. Purple and grey bangles symbolizes what? The life of a young woman, middle-aged woman, old-aged, or life of a bangle seller. Very, very simple guys, very, very simple. Okay, so it is the life of middle-aged women. I hope you people have enjoyed the session, and give me a quick high five, and don't forget to hit the like button and tell me how many of you have got all of your questions correct. With that guys, this is your homework question. How does Naidu allude to the patriarchal system of her times? Please do discuss. I have already talked about that. Okay, so please do put down your viewpoints in the comment section. I will be definitely taking your comments for the next session. Please go through this video, because in the next session we would be recapitulating, and we would have the rapid fire round. Okay? Till then guys, take care. Bye bye. See you again in the next session. Please do hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet subscribed, because we would be coming up with even more amazing and interactive sessions for you people. We have planned a lot for you people. So if you don't subscribe, you will be missing out on that. Okay? So please don't miss out and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye. See you again in the next session.